Hello, welcome to Homeschooling with Heart. My name is Stef. Thank you so very much for joining me today. I do appreciate it. If you are new to this channel, thank you. Thank you for giving this channel a chance. I do appreciate that as well. All right, today I am going to discuss Remington's science program. Yes, finally, after what, 5 months? I'm finally getting around to discussing his science program. We have a literature-based science program, and over the past few months, Remington has really become interested in science. Now, science is not one of my, strong suits, and it's not really something that I'm interested in, but it helps having a literature-based program, and I'll go into that as well. And then I do want to talk to y'all about what I found out with his reading, and I found it very interesting. The reasons he gave me for why he just wasn't wanting to read, and I'm going to share those with you so that if you happen to see this in your child, maybe it'll give you a heads up and help in some way. And if you are interested in hearing more and seeing some more pictures, of my grandbaby roll by, then I invite you to meet me on the other side of this YouTube second. All right, thank you for joining me after the YouTube second. I really do appreciate it. So I am going to show you what Remington is doing for science. He's actually doing a little bit of Book Shark and Sunlight mixed together. Not because I said, oh, I want to do this and this and this and mix them together. No, it just happened that way because he did not like the science that he was doing at the beginning of the year. So we had to make a change. And when we had to make a change, there wasn't a lot of this to make the change. I did not sell the other curriculum because I pretty much figured we're going to use it next year. We better be using it next year. If not, it's going to go on the buy and sell where I found most of these items. The only other thing that I bought from Sunlight was the videos from Sunlight for the level that he's in. Let me show you what he is learning. We are, learning with literature, and I love that. I love that he loves it, We have Pasteur's Fight Against Microbes. We have What Makes You Ill, and he really does like that book. I kind of like that book too, because it's like a refresher. It's like a refresher course for me. Anyway, then we have Inside the Human Body, Magic School Bus. We have another Magic School Bus, Lost in the Solar System. And then we have Light is All Around. And then we have a really cool Usborne Lift the Flap Engineering right here. And then I'm missing the Sound is All Around Us. I'm missing that book. I'll probably get it from Amazon or when I do a thrift book order. Like I need some more. But it's me, so it's just gonna happen. Our spine, and I don't have it in here, it's in there for his school tomorrow. Our spine is the Usborne Encyclopedia, so he does the little QR codes, and videos come up about what we're reading, if it's a rainbow or something to do with light or something to do with sound, something to do with germs, So he is really enjoying science this year. To me, and this is just my opinion, to me, the IG is a little bit more organized to where I'm not having to flip kind of back and forth, to look at things and to get questions and answers. It's just kind of like all right there. That's what I like about the IG. Now, what I miss about the IG is that I don't have the faith part, to talk about. But he's not really asking, because what is so neat about how we are doing this program is we are reading the beginner Bible, and Sunlight doesn't say, okay, now let's go into this, about Noah's Ark and give you this whole lesson or anything. It just asks a question, like a read aloud question, anything, something that you would ask for a read aloud. Why did God send the rainbow? So when we studied about rainbows, he in his mind, he is putting the science and our faith together, because we're actually studying at the same time with the beginner Bible that we're doing. So it has really lined up quite nice. So I have the Sunlight videos for this level, and then I have the Discover and Do for this level. Bookshark sent me the science experiments. Well, not Bookshark, but the buy and sell group that I bought this from sent me this book, and this actually goes through the experiments that the video is talking about. So Remington can actually follow along in the textbook if he would like. Their Discover and Do is actually right in the book, where Sunlight has the Discover and Do packet separately. The books were the same for the levels. For us, the beginner's Bible that we're reading and the questions that Sunlight has, and the way that we are reading the beginner's Bible with the reader's packet is kind of going along a little bit with our science program. He's 7, so he doesn't have a lot of questions right now. I don't have a church family yet. We are still seeking one, but he really has shown an interest in science. And so I want to make sure that if he does have, y'all know this about me, if I see a spark, man, I'm going to, boom, ignite it, and we're going to see where it takes us. And if it fizzles out, then it fizzles out. But at least we tried something that he showed an interest in. So that is his science curriculum. The other thing that I am doing, which is really weird for me, because believe it or not, I am an introvert. I like my square. I'm comfortable in my tight-knit square. Some of you may be this way. Let me know down at the bottom if you're introvert, extrovert, let me know. I would really like to know how many homeschool parents, grandparents, guardians are introverts, extroverts. I am an introvert, and so the one thing that I have had to do is come out of my comfort zone, because Remington is wanting to get involved in some more homeschool groups. So for me, being a little bit older and going into a group that, I don't really know, I do my best, and usually I can just talk about curriculum. I could do that all day. A conversation about curriculum, and we're off and running. But yeah, he's wanting to do a little bit more, and so I have to put on my big girl socks. get out of my square that I don't want to get out of. Because we are in a rural area, so we do have to drive a little bit to get him involved, with a group. We have him involved in like a Kid Strong program where they work mind, body. I am so glad that he is in that Kid Strong, because when we went to this nature school, we went to the park and they did a dissection of owl pellets. His first visit. He just, walked right up and he's like, "Hey, my name is Remi, and what's yours?" And just kind of started talking, and then just boom, took off playing. The confidence that I saw in him, I was just like, oh my goodness, it just amazed me. So I get to see some of those things now. And getting out of my square is tough. I'm going to have to do it. I have a tight knit square, like I said, because I'm older and I've been through so much that my square just got smaller and smaller. And also because I'm sick, that square stays pretty small. But I do have to open it up for him. And I'm willing to walk through fire for him. So y'all let me know down at the bottom. Comment down at the bottom if it's been hard for you to join in some of these groups. If you're just now getting started, if you've been with a homeschooling group, if you're in a co-op, let me know. I almost got to the point where I was like, man, I think I'm just getting ready to start a Lego group, because there was like nothing. And a lot of things he can't start until he's 8 years old. And I'm like, no, he needs some other things going on now. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you think. And also, while you're doing that, now's a great time for you to subscribe. I would love for you to subscribe and go on this journey with us. We are in our second and a half year of homeschooling. And, I talk about homeschooling, but I also have heart-to-heart conversations as well. I talk about parenting. I am a grandparent who is raising and homeschooling my grandchild. I raise my grandchild along with my husband, and we have been married for 29 years. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I hope he doesn't watch this one. This channel has a little bit of everything, but what I'm looking for and what my subscribers, I think, have come to know about me is I just sit down and I start talking. And sometimes when I edit, I hope it makes sense, because it makes sense to me because I'm the one that said it. Sometimes when I put it out there, I think y'all are going, what in the world is she talking about? Not to say that I know what I'm doing. It's just to say that I've done a lot of research on pretty much everything out there for homeschooling. I'm one of those that once I start something, I throw myself into it to, just soak up all the knowledge that I can. And I guess that's kind of where Remi gets that from. And I figured that there was something that he needed to talk to me about. And he did. And I just encouraged him and let him know that he was not going to disappoint me in this school. Remi wanted to read more than just the CVC words. And that was his problem. He wanted to read a real book. And so I told him to pick out one, and he did. And he read it. And y'all, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna get emotional. He did. And so but what he couldn't do was explain to me. And here is what I want to bring home. Our kids don't want to disappoint us. And so they don't tell us what is going on if they have a problem, because they're afraid they're going to disappoint us. So just like when we think that we're not enough for them, right? They also think, okay, if I talk to her about this, I don't know if she'll be disappointed. Or if I ask her about this, I don't know if she'll be disappointed. You know, should I ask? Should I not? No fear. Don't fear. So while I'm fearing that I'm not enough, he's fearing that he's going to disappoint me. So I just wanted to bring that up and let you know that that is what Remi was going through. Remind your children that they are enough. Remind your grandchildren that they are enough, especially if you're raising grandchildren. You know what they have been through. So they really don't want to disappoint. If you liked any part of this video, if you would give us a thumbs up, that really does let YouTube land know that somebody out there likes our content and they show our content to others. That is the only way we get seen, is if you hit that like button for me and my grandbaby, and then hopefully others can see our content, and maybe we can grow this community to something that is strong and supportive and encouraging. Till we meet again, be good to each other.